Is it possible that Iran's fate is being written with the same script as Venezuela's? Trump has not only threatened to wipe the theocratic regime off the map, but he also seems to be moving the pieces to find his own Iranian Delcy Rodriguez, someone willing to accept Washington's tutelage in exchange for survival.
Trump's goal of regime change won't be easy if he expects a total capitulation. Iran has already warned that the consequences of any U.S. attack will reach American bases across the region and Israel itself.
Bittered by sanctions that have crippled its economy, Iran sees these threats as an imperialist ultimatum. The result is a high-stakes chess game where every move could escalate far beyond the Middle East. The United States demands that Iran stop enriching uranium and accuses it of being on the path to building its own bomb. However, Iran insists that its program is strictly for peaceful purposes.
The 2015 Iran nuclear deal, reached during the Obama era, limited Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. But Trump abandoned it in 2018, imposing maximum pressure, cutting off oil exports, crashing their GDP, and fueling hyperinflation. In mid-2025, the US and Israel struck Iranian nuclear sites, but they failed to destroy the program entirely. They only succeeded in forcing Iran to bury its centrifuges even deeper beneath the Zagros Mountains.
It is curious and paradoxical that the leader who promised to end endless wars and was highly critical of the Iraq War now seems to be orchestrating the greatest war of all. Trump must consider that if the Blitz war drags on, oil prices will skyrocket, driving up global energy costs. In that scenario, gasoline prices in the United States would soar, and that's something Americans will not tolerate.
Iran has spent weeks preparing, installing high-density seismic reinforced concrete blocks over 20 feet high at the entrances of its nuclear complexes. Tehran isn't just shielding these sites from bombs. It's physically sealing the tunnels to thwart any ground incursion.
Trump is betting on a surgical strike, but the patient Khamenei has sworn that if he dies, the whole room will explode, and that room is called the Middle East.
Ayatollah Khamenei is dead. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Trump's drums of war have stopped beating, replaced by the sound of explosions. In the absence of a deal, the man who dreams of the Nobel Peace Prize has declared war. We are officially in the scenario everyone feared, and the consequences will soon be felt in oil prices and global security. Welcome to the beginning of a conflict that could redefine the world order. Now that the war has begun, the Strait of Hormuz is set to become the immediate epicenter of the crisis. This narrow waterway handles about 20% of the world's oil flow and a significant portion of global liquefied natural gas trade.
The most terrifying fact for Trump, who likes low oil prices, is that a coordinated closure of Hormuz and Suez would instantly disrupt 35% of the world's maritime oil and gas supply. It would be an unprecedented global energy blackout.
Lest we forget, the military and strategic alliance between Russia, China, and Iran has become a structural axis of the Eurasian power balance. Today, any U.S. military operation against Iran would have direct implications for the interests of Beijing and Moscow. They would not hesitate to assist, even under the table, with weaponry, military technology, and logistics.
It is crucial to highlight that China has become Iran's main economic lifeline, purchasing more than 85% of the oil that Iran trades. A large-scale U.S. attack on Iran's critical infrastructure would directly affect the hydrocarbon flows on which China depends. And this is where the situation becomes more serious. The big question remains, will Tehran's pragmatic wing sacrifice the supreme leader to save the nation? Or will the pride of the Revolutionary Guard drag us into a war of biblical proportions? When I remember what happened in Venezuela with the overthrow of Nicolas Maduro, I ask myself, what is all this really about? Is it about a nuclear program that irritates Israel and the United States? Or is it that Trump, after securing Venezuelan oil, is now after the Iranian prize? Given the history of US interventions like in Iraq, where the pretext was Hussein's weapons of mass destruction that were never found, the Iranian nuclear program is just background noise. The real objective is to suffocate Beijing by taking away its gas station and installing a puppet in Tehran who will sign contracts in US dollars instead of Chinese yuan. That's why many are already saying that we are witnessing the final assault for control of 21st century energy. That's my perception, but the world changes every minute. Do you think China will allow its main supplier to fall without firing a single missile? Tell me in the comments, because this is just the beginning. That is the price of power. If you want to understand the new forces shaping the world in this new era, subscribe to this new channel. My name is Gabriel, and I am proud to be the host of the Price of Power Files. See you in the next video.